I have to admit, when Need for Speed Payback was announced, I had low expectations, mostly because of the incredibly disappointing experience I had with the 2015 Need for Speed reboot. Though once I went hands-on with Need for Speed Payback at the EA Play event, my hopes were rekindled as I was really impressed with what I saw. EA was kind enough to send me a copy of the full game a few days before its release, and after playing, I have to say that while Need for Speed Payback is far better than the previous game, it stops short of reaching its full potential. Payback's gameplay mechanics revolve around 5 car classes: race, drag, drift, off-road, and runner. That's where things start to go wrong. Need for Speed Payback isn't the first game to have separate car classes with class-specific events. However, Payback takes things a bit too far. Not only are there specific car classes, but there are specific dealerships for each class, and they're spread out few and far between on the game's open world map. Having to constantly jump around the map makes things really annoying when you want to tune or customize your cars when you have several different classes. Instead of making things feel diverse, it just made things feel needlessly disjointed. While we're talking about cars, Need for Speed Payback doesn't have a huge list of cars relative to other major racing games, but it still has a very diverse and high quality mix of cars to offer. I don't think many people will be left wanting for much, with the exception of Toyota. However, I won't knock this game for that, as Toyota has strangely chosen to pretty much pull out of racing games altogether. While I could let the Toyota thing slide, one major thing I can't ignore are the upgrades. Need for Speed Payback does not have a great upgrade system. Instead of just picking specific parts you want to tune your car the way you want, Payback turns upgrades into cards, and you don't necessarily have that much control over which upgrade cards you get. I can go into more detail into how the system works, but honestly it would take up too much time. The bottom line is the card upgrade system is just really convoluted and literally random, and when I say random, I really mean it. There's a freaking slot machine minigame for these damn cards. The other area where upgrades fail is when it comes to the visual stuff. You can't just buy a car, take it to the garage, and start throwing body kits on it. You have to unlock the different areas of the car by completing random tasks in the open world. It's a really annoying system that puts chores between you and what should be one of the most fun elements of the game. When it comes to the actual gameplay, things get better. The physics are far from realistic, but in this world you wouldn't want them to be. It's easy to do massive drifts, you can hit objects without too much punishment, and the sensation of speed makes the racing feel tense and exciting. Another big plus is the visuals. During gameplay, the cars don't necessarily look realistic, but they're still very pleasing to look at. In the garage is where the details really come out and the cars do start to look more photoreal. The environments look really good as well. The downtown and desert areas are visual treats to behold. I play the game mostly on the new Xbox One X, and Need for Speed Payback definitely takes advantage of the extra horsepower of that console, as it will run in 4K resolution, but it is still locked to 30 frames per second. The game will also run in 4K at 30 frames a second on the PlayStation 4 Pro as well. I know a lot of people disagree with me on this next part, but I actually like the narrative element of Need for Speed Payback. The acting and dialogue are still extremely cheesy, but in this case it works because the game doesn't take itself too seriously. And I think as long as you do the same and embrace the cheese, you might just enjoy the story as well. At the end of the day, I did have fun with this game when it got out of its own way and just let me play. Unfortunately, it gets in its own way a lot. If you're a huge Need for Speed fan, then I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this game, and you should probably pick it up ASAP and enjoy everything that Payback has to offer. However, if you're a more casual fan just looking for a fun arcade racer, I still think that this game is worth buying, but after it goes on sale. Thanks for watching this review for Need for Speed Payback. Have you played the game already? What do you think? Do you agree or disagree with our points? Let us know in the comments below or tweet to us at MotorWorldHype.